Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss topic 13b, that is continuation of weed science. We will continue weed science from previous topics. So today we are going to discuss what is persistence of weed. Persistence of weeds. So persistence is an adaptive potential of a weed that enables it to grow in any environment. So what is persistence? It is adaptive potential of a weed. It is an agricultural situation. It is an agricultural situation. The cropping pattern the cropping system with its management determines the persistence of weed. Determines the persistence of weed in an agricultural situation. So in an agricultural situation, what kind of cropping system we are using, how we are managing the cropping system, these are the all things which determine the persistence of weeds. And what is persistence of weed? Adaptive potential of weed that enables it to grow in any environment. So this is how we can define persistence of weed. Now moving on, what are factors affecting persistence? Factors affecting persistence. First of all, we have got climatic factors. As we know, weeds can adapt to wide variety of climate. So first climatic factor is light. Weeds can tolerate shading easily. That's why they can grow in low light conditions also. They've got temperature. Temperature affects germination. Dormancy of weeds. So what kind of temperature? It will determine the germination and dormancy of weeds, weed seeds. Rainfall. Rainfall is more, or if rainfall is less, the amount of rainfall more or less determines reproduction and survival of wheat. Reproduction and survival of wheat. You've got wind. Principal factor in dissemination of weeds. Why? Because this is the factor which leads to the dispersal of weed seeds, which produce a lot of seed. A single plant of wheat can produce around 25,000 of seeds, and without winds, how will the dispersal will be possible? So that is why wind is principal factor in dissemination of weeds. Now moving on, soil. Weeds can grow in alkali and acidic environments. In alkali So weeds can grow easily in alkalic and acid soils. Example, you got alkali grass, quack grass, some weeds of Compositae family. Compositae family weeds grow well in saline soils. Weeds adaptation to both moist as well as drought conditions. It can adapt to both moist and drought conditions. Now moving on to the third factor, that is biotic factors. Wheat compete with other crops and plants, as this is a deciding persistence factor. Deciding persistence factor. Competition, which compete with plants and crops, and when maximum times they win. If they are not controlled, they will win because they are adaptable to much higher scale as compared to our crops. They can grow in alkaline soils, they can grow in saline soils. That is why the competitive ability of weeds is the deciding factor of persistence. Now moving on, what is the importance of plant quarantine? Plant quarantine of weed seeds in importing food grain. What is the importance of plant quarantine? How plant quarantine can control yield seeds in our food grains that we are importing. We are importing from other countries. First of all, why we need plant quarantine? What is this importance? To prevent introduction and spread of exotic weeds. To prevent exotic weeds to enter in our ecosystem, in our cropland, we need plant quarantine. Processes used in plant quarantine. Processes of plant quarantine often kill weeds. What kind of process will? Example, fumigation, irradiation. It reduces the ability of weed seeds to grow. It kills weeds. That is why processes of plant quarantine are important. It promotes safe global trade in agricultural. Sometimes weed seeds are very tough to differentiate. Weed seeds are very tough to differentiate. When they mix with the crop seeds, we are not able to differentiate it. We have talked earlier which kind of weeds are they? The objectionable weeds. After these weeds, after mixing with our crop seeds, are very much difficult to differentiate because the seeds of weeds and seeds of crops are very much similar, and 80 to 90% similar. So here also quarantine helps us, because during quarantine these objectionable weed seeds are destroyed, their ability to grow is suppressed, they are killed, etc. In quarantine we have experts which help in detecting and preventing of weeds. For a normal farmer, it is very difficult to detect it and prevent it. But for experts, it's easy. So at the first stage, when it is been checked by expert, that is in plant quarantine, the chances of weed exposing to our environment, to native environment, is very less. Processes like inspection, sampling, testing, these all helps us to issue phytosanitary certificates. Which are helpful to farmers. These phytosanitary certificates are very helpful to farmers. And these are given during quarantine stages through the process of inspection, sampling, testing, etc. So this was the importance of plant quarantine. Now one more important question that has been asked in previous years, and I think you should know it. That is causes of spread of Parthenium in India. Parthenium, a very common wind found in almost every places in India. So what led to causes of spread of Parthenium in India? Parthenium is also known as carrot wheat, and I hope you would have seen in your surroundings. You can search in Google carrot wheat. You can see image, and if then you will know that you've seen many times in your surroundings carrot wheat. Parthenium came to India from USA, so it is an exotic wheat that came to India from USA. It is not reportedly found in all states of India. So what leads to it? Spread and spread of Parthenium. It grows fastly in arid and semi-arid and humid climate, which it gets easily in India. Arid and semi-arid humid climate, which it gets easily in India. Number second, you can write, produces lot of seeds, which is dispersed by air and water. And single plant of Parthenium, one plant of Parthenium can produce 25,000 seeds. I discussed earlier also. You can see how much amount of seeds it's produce. It can even grow from its broken parts. Can grow from broken parts. So if you are not controlling it improper control when you are removing it, if we left any of the broken parts in the field, it will grow again. It is highly tolerant to climatic abnormalities. It has resistance with different climates. It can grow in different climates, drought conditions, in moist conditions, in heavy rainfall conditions, in every condition it can grow. Its allelopathic effect. Allelopathic effects couples with absence of natural enemies. So it says its allelopathic effect helps us to protect themselves from natural enemies. Many of its chemicals released kills their natural enemies, kills their plants, insects, diseases, etc. If we are moving some threats of Parthenium, we will see that 40% It causes yield loss of 40% in grains and 90% yield loss in forage crops. You can see how badly Parthenium affects. It reduces aesthetic values, cause blockage of pathways. It even cause a huge amount of allergic reactions to human and animals. Allergic. It is allergic to humans and animals. Hope you all get this. So these are some threats of Parthenium. Now moving on, how will we manage Parthenium? So we will manage Parthenium through integrated Parthenium management. Integrated Parthenium or carrot weed management. First of all, mechanical removal. We will remove it, but we will keep in mind that any of broken parts is not left. We will remove it completely. Second, cultural methods. Example, sorghum, jawar, dhaicha. These are the crops that have competitive edge with Parthenium, that they suppress growth of Parthenium. So fields or croplands with high Parthenium can be used to grow these crops because they suppress growth of Partheniums. Legal and extension management. In Karnataka, municipalities prevents spread of Parthenium. It is the legal duty of municipality to municipals to prevent the spread of Parthenium. So we can also extend legal and extension management. For chemical management, we can use metribuzin and 2,4-D. These are the chemicals which can be used to remove or kill Parthenium. Metribuzin and 2,4-D. Now moving on, we can use biological control agent. For example, Mexican beetle. It feeds on Parthenium. So Mexican beetle can be used to prevent the spread of Parthenium. Use of competitive plants. Like Cassia tora, Tephrosia, Purpurea. So these are some competitive plants which have competitive edge on Parthenium. Management of utilization, very important. If we are not able to control Parthenium, then utilize it. How? Where we can utilize Parthenium? In compost making, compost and vermicompost. Parthenium can be used highly in compost and vermicompost making. That is what management of utilization is. Hope you all understand it. Compost and vermicompost making. Parthenium can be used in this. Now moving on, in this lecture with science, we have had several times allelopathic effects. So now we are going to discuss what are these allelopathic effects. Any direct or indirect any direct or indirect harmful effect by one plant on another through production of chemical compounds. Chemical compounds or antagonistic interaction of phytochemicals on growth of other plants. So what allelopathic effect is? Any direct or indirect harmful effect by one plant on another through production of chemical compounds. One plant produces some type of chemical compounds that is harmful to another plants, or antagonistic interaction of phytochemicals on growth of other plants. The phytochemicals produced by one plant suppress the growth of other plants. This is what allelopathic effect is. Here one plant exudes inhibitor substance, releases inhibitor substance. Inhibitor substance may be exudated that is released from roots, seeds, any other plant organ, decomposition of dead plant. When the plant dies, even its decomposition releases that kind of compounds. Decomposition of dead plants. So these the inhibitor substances that inhibits the growth of other plant can be released from roots of the plant, seeds of the plant, some other organs of the plants. Even when the plants die, it is in decomposition process that too releases that inhibitor that will suppress the growth of other plants. They are released by washing, leaching, exudation and volatilization. So release of allelopathic effect or inhibitor substance can be through washing, leaching, exudation and volatilization. As I discussed later, direct or indirect harmful effect on one plant by chemicals released by other. It can inhibit seed growth of other plant, germination, reduce growth, etc. Some of example you can cite is that wild oats affect early germination of weeds. The leaves and inflorescence in amaranthus affects the vegetative growth of finger millet and maize. Affects vegetative growth of finger millet and maize. So leaf and inflorescence of amaranthus affect vegetative growth of finger millet and maize. Dhatura. One more example you can give of dhatura. Affects the germination and growth of sunflower. So this is what allelopathic effect is. direct or indirect release of harmful chemicals, harmful effect to other plants through by one plant through release of chemical compounds, phytochemicals, inhibitors. So these things affect the growth, germination, etc. of other plants, and these are the some examples of allelopathic effects. Hope you all understand what allelopathy is. So that's all for today's topic. The remaining topics we will discuss in topic 12C. Keep making notes. Questions will be from here. More than 80 to 90% questions will be from the topics I am going to teach. The notes you will make. For any query, just comment. If you like it, press the like button, share and subscribe. Have a nice day. Thank you.